What if the person you thought had nothing was actually hiding everything that could change your life forever? This is the story of Ethan, a single dad struggling to survive, and Grace, a soldier mom raising twins. Their blind date began with laughter and hope, but ended with a secret that would shake Ethan to his core. Stay with me until the end, because their journey isn't just about love, it's about trust, sacrifice, and the reminder that real wealth isn't always measured in money. Chapter 1, A Father's Lonely World. Ethan Miller leaned back in his old pickup truck outside a small cafe. His palms were sweaty. He hadn't been on a date in years, and his reflection in the rearview mirror only made him more nervous. Tired eyes, hair that needed cutting, grease-stained hands that never seemed clean no matter how much he scrubbed. "Dad, are you okay?" a little voice piped from the back seat. He turned. There sat Lily, his 7-year-old daughter. She had her mother's big brown eyes, but her spirit was pure sunshine, always smiling, always finding joy where Ethan could not. "I'm fine, sweetheart," he said with a forced smile. "Just nervous, that's all." She tilted her head. "Is she nice? The lady you're meeting?" Ethan chuckled. "I don't know yet. But I hope so." The truth was, Ethan didn't have high hopes. He was 35, divorced, and barely keeping his head above water. Most women weren't looking for a man like him, someone whose idea of a night out was grabbing takeout after a 12-hour shift at the garage. Still, his best friend had set him up, insisting Ethan needed to live a little. And so, here he was, heart-pounding, trying not to look like a man completely out of place. Chapter 2, The Woman Who Walked In. The cafe bell chimed, and Ethan looked up. That's when he saw her. Grace. She walked in wearing simple jeans, a faded jacket, and sneakers that had seen better days. Her hair was tied back, and there was something about her eyes, strong, yet tired, like someone who had fought battles no one else could see. But she wasn't alone. At her side were 2 children, twins. A boy and a girl, both around Lily's age. They clung to her hands shyly, scanning the cafe as if searching for safety. Grace gave Ethan an apologetic smile. "I'm so sorry. I didn't have anyone to watch them tonight." Ethan's lips curved into an easy smile. "It's okay. I brought my daughter too. Maybe they'll get along." The children hesitated at first, but within minutes, Lily and the twins were at a corner table, giggling as they split a cookie 3 ways. And for the first time in years, Ethan felt at ease. Chapter 3, The Stories That Bond. They ordered coffee. Grace wrapped her hands around her mug as though holding on to warmth she desperately needed. "So," Ethan began, "tell me about yourself." Grace smiled faintly. "Well, I'm a mom. A soldier. And right now, a woman who spends most of her days trying to figure out how to be both." Ethan raised his eyebrows. "A soldier?" She nodded. "Served for 8 years. Did my duty, wore the uniform with pride. But when I came home, adjusting wasn't easy. Jobs, bills, raising 2 kids alone, it's a different kind of battlefield." Her honesty disarmed him. He found himself opening up too. He told her about his failed marriage, about nights he went without eating so Lily could have enough, about the fear of never being enough for his daughter. Instead of judgment, Grace's eyes softened. "You're stronger than you think, Ethan," she said quietly. "A lot of people walk away when life gets hard. You stayed." No one had ever said that to him before. Not like that. By the end of the night, they stood outside her car, the kids asleep in the back seats. Grace smiled shyly. "Maybe we could do this again?" Ethan nodded. "I'd like that." Chapter 4, Days of Hope. The next weeks passed like a dream. They had picnics at the park where the kids raced each other across the grass. Ethan cooked spaghetti at his small apartment while Grace helped Lily with homework. Grace invited him and Lily over for board game nights, where laughter filled her tiny living room. For once, life didn't feel like a constant uphill battle. But beneath the joy, Ethan noticed things. Grace's jacket was always the same. Her sneakers had holes. She never ordered much when they ate out, always choosing the cheapest thing. And when the check came, she insisted on paying her half, though it was clear she struggled. One night, Ethan asked gently, "Are you doing okay, financially?" Grace looked away. "We're managing." Then she changed the subject. He didn't push. After all, who was he to question? He barely managed himself. Chapter 5, The Storm Approaches. Then came the notice. One evening, Ethan came home to find an envelope stuck to his door. His stomach sank before he even opened it. Inside was a warning from the landlord: he was behind on rent again. One more late payment, and he and Lily would be evicted. That night, after Lily went to bed, Ethan sat at the table with his head in his hands. The weight of failure pressed on him harder than ever. Grace noticed immediately. "You're quiet tonight," she said. He hesitated, then sighed. "I might lose this place, Grace. I'm working overtime, but it's not enough. I don't know what to do anymore." Grace reached across the table, squeezing his hand. "You don't have to do this alone. Let me help." But Ethan pulled back. "No. You've got your own struggles. I won't drag you into mine." She didn't argue. She just looked at him with an expression he couldn't quite read. Chapter 6, Distance. Over the next few days, Ethan began to pull away. He didn't answer Grace's calls right away. He made excuses not to meet. He told himself it was for her sake, that she deserved someone who could offer more. But the truth was, he was scared. Scared of dragging her down. Scared of being seen as a failure. Grace noticed. The twins noticed. Even Lily noticed. "Daddy," she whispered one night, "why don't we see Miss Grace anymore? Did she stop liking us?" The pain in her voice nearly broke him. Chapter 7, The Confrontation. One evening, Grace showed up at the garage where Ethan worked. He was covered in oil, sweat dripping from his forehead, when he heard her voice. "Why are you shutting me out?" He froze, wrench still in hand. Slowly, he turned to face her. "Because you deserve better, Grace. Look at me. I can't even keep a roof over my daughter's head. You and your kids, you deserve someone who can give you stability. Not this." Grace's eyes filled with tears, but her voice was steady. "Ethan, do you really think that's what I care about? That I came into your life because of what you could buy me?" He didn't answer. He couldn't. That's when she took a shaky breath. "Then I need to tell you the truth." Chapter 8, The Secret Revealed. "I wasn't completely honest with you," Grace admitted. "Yes, I served as a soldier. Yes, I know what it's like to struggle. But the truth is, I'm not broke. Not anymore. After I left the army, I received benefits. And when my parents passed, I inherited enough to live comfortably. More than comfortably, Ethan." Ethan blinked, stunned. "What? Then why would you pretend?" Her voice cracked. "Because I've been hurt before. I've had people pretend to care about me, only to use me for money. I needed to know if someone could love me when I had nothing. So I didn't tell you. Because you saw me. Not what I had. Me." Tears stung Ethan's eyes. A part of him felt betrayed, but another part understood completely. She wasn't lying to hurt him, she was protecting herself. Chapter 9, A Test of Love. For a while, Ethan didn't know what to do. His pride screamed at him. His fear told him to walk away. But when he looked at Grace, at her twins who adored Lily, at the way Grace had shown up for him again and again, he realized something. She hadn't been testing him. She'd been searching for real love, the kind that couldn't be bought. And he had given it. "Do you hate me for it?" Grace whispered. Ethan swallowed hard. Then he shook his head. "No. But you have to understand. I've spent years believing I wasn't enough. It's hard to accept that maybe I don't have to do it all alone anymore. Chapter 10, Building Together. Grace gave him time. She didn't push. She just stayed, helping with Lily's homework, cooking meals when he was too tired, sitting with him in silence when words failed. Slowly, Ethan began to trust again. One evening, the four kids lay asleep on the couch after a movie marathon. Ethan looked at Grace, who was tucking a blanket around them. "They already look like siblings," he said softly. Grace smiled through tears. "Maybe that's because they're already family."